Hey there, it's Michael J. I was scrounging around in the used bookstore like I often do one day, once upon a time, and I came across this 1928 volume of the plays of J.M. Barrie. I love these plays. I love the plays of J.M. Barrie, and they're not produced very often, except for one, his most enduring creation, Peter Pan. The publication of the novel came after the success of the play, so Peter Pan is first a product of the stage.
Come on, everybody, here we go! Up to Neverland!
However, I was first introduced to the character by way of the Disney film. Also age 7, I made my first visit to Disneyland, where the Peter Pan flight was one of my favorite rides. It still is.
To Neverland! I'll run you through!
Obsessed with the story as I was, I had to go as Peter Pan for Halloween, and at age 8, I got my friends together and we made my own live-action Super 8 film version. I'm supposed to be flying along through Neverland here. This is my brother and neighbor friend Kristen Sullivan playing the Lost Boys. They're hanging out in the hangman's tree here. For some reason I fly up and grab them. My brother's actually dressed in his Mr. Smee costume, which he's going to play shortly. Now comes our version of the Marooners rock scene. This scene was the most vivid to me in the Disney film, and it's one of the best scenes in the play. That's supposed to be our Captain Hook, along with Mr. Smee rowing and Tiger Lily in the back. Here's our tick-tocking crocodile. No, that's not a moth flitting about, that's Tinkerbell. I swoop in and push Smee and Captain Hook into the water to save Tiger Lily, and Smee rushes off, rowing after Captain Hook. Of course, he has to be pulled by me in a wagon here. I told my mother that I wished there were a live-action Peter Pan, and she told me there was, a play starring Mary Martin that was shown on TV.
I have a place where dreams are born and time is never planned. It's not on any chart, you must find it with your heart. Never, never land.
The knowledge that there existed a live stage version of Peter Pan made my 8-year-old mind go wild. But I wouldn't make the trip to Neverland until I was all grown up. J.M. Barrie wrote Peter Pan for Maude Adams, who opened the play on Broadway in 1905, though it opened first in London with Nina Buccicolt in 1904. The opening night performance is recreated in the J.M. Barrie biopic Finding Neverland.
You just think lovely, wonderful thoughts and they lift you up in the air.
You are so nippy at it. Couldn't you do it very slowly once? Yes, I've got it now, Wendy.
I must blow fairy dust on you first. Now try. Try from the bed. Just wriggle your shoulders like this, and then let go. I flew!
How ripping!
Lovely! Now join hands.
Look at me!
I do like it! Look at me! Let's go out!
Eve Embry played Peter on tour during World War I. She preserved a treasure trove of fan letters from children. This one said, "I am glad we all clapped when you said, 'Do you believe in fairies?' or it would have been a shame if Tinkerbell had died." In 1924, a silent film was released starring Betty Bronson. Outside of a few unique special effects, it was basically staged just like the play. Steven Spielberg filmed a sequel called Hook in 1991. Robin Williams played an adult Peter who has to rediscover his childhood spirit to rescue his kids from Dustin Hoffman's Captain Hook.
Only you can save your children. You must make yourself remember.
Remember what?
Peter, don't you know who you are?
Let's fly!
Oh my God, where are we going?
To Never Never Land.
Where? I hate Peter Pan.
My first live-action Peter Pan didn't come to me as Mary Martin, but as Mia Farrow on TV in 1976.
Tinkerbell, where are you?
Danny Kaye was a wonderful Captain Hook.
Of all the cutthroat pirate kings who plagued the seven seas, quite the most appalling one to be is me. You're telling me! Who is that?
Peter Pan the Avenger!
This production was true to Barry, but had a lackluster score by Leslie Bricusse and Anthony Newley. This version has its charms and plenty of action. I loved it when I was a kid. Sandy Duncan became the most famous Peter Pan when she outplayed the Mary Martin production by 402 performances in 1979, followed by a national tour.
See, I don't know, you just think lovely, wonderful thoughts and
I finally saw Peter Pan on stage when Kathy Rigby revived the musical in 1990.
Tinkerbell. Tink.
I read the original play in high school and was determined to direct it someday, which I did in 1991 for Theater El Dorado with an actual boy playing Peter Pan.
Just wiggle your shoulders like this, and then let go.
1, 2, 3. I do like it. Peter, why don't we go out?
Oh, there are pirates.
Pirates!
There it is, Wendy. Second star to the right and straight on till morning.
Where do you live? Oh, second star to the right and straight on till morning.
Second star to the right and straight on till morning.
Second star to the right and straight on till morning.
What a funny address.
No, it isn't.
Get ready! 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 Don't forget, don't be slow. Ready, set, here we go. Wendy, Michael, John! Tinkerbell, come on! Hurry up and follow me, but soon I will be gone.
In 100 years, the theater has produced few things as universally thrilling as Peter Pan flying off to Neverland with the Darling Children. It doesn't matter if you're 5 or 55, the entire audience goes wild for this scene. Being an Olympic champion, Kathy Rigby gives a really acrobatic performance as Peter.
Watch Peter! Yes! Look at that star, Wendy! Look!
He's back.
A 2003 live-action film was true to Barrie's play while taking full advantage of contemporary cinematic magic.
Didst thou ever want to be a pirate? Wendy.
Promise me one thing. That you've hooked to me.
Beg for your lives.
English gentlemen, do not beg. Please! Please! Why do you hate him so?
Ready to lose the other one?
What?
This film is a lot of fun, but unfortunately, Jeremy Sumpter's Peter is not very dynamic.
Come with me, we'll never have to worry about grown-up things again.
Never is an awfully long time.
The part that the film and TV can never get right is the clap for Tinkerbell scene. Hook poisons Peter's medicine, and Tink drinks it to save Peter.
What's the matter with you? It was poisoned. You drank it to save my life. Tink. Dear Tink. You're dying.
Please don't go out. You mean more to me than anything else in the world. Please don't die.
Peter has to plead to the audience, asking them to prove that they believe in fairies by clapping their hands.
Oh, you say you think it could get better if people believe in fairies.
Say quick that you believe. If you believe, could you clap your hands for her? Please don't let her die. Come on, let her hear you, please.
In the theater, this always works.
Look, she's getting better. Her light is getting brighter. That's it, louder. That's it, slow. That's it. Come on. Come on. She's all right. Oh, she's all well now. Oh, thank you. This time, it's Hook or me!
I love the Marooners Rock scene. It is exciting, it is dangerous, it is a thrill of the theater.
Oh dear, your time seems to be up, doesn't it, boy in green? Save your captain, get him! Get up!
I shot it! Peter will be so pleased!
There is just nothing better than a great production of Peter Pan with plenty of flying.